Aloha and welcome to Showcase Hawaii, Hawaii's only home shopping show. I'm Wayne Nunez.
And I'm Lori Nunez.
We have another great show. You know, we don't always just feature jewelry, if you're wondering. We feature a lot of different things. It really has to kind of grab me, and it has to be affordable. It has to be where we can mail it to you, because if it's so big, then it's not that affordable anymore. But our Honu Rhinestone Magnets, you get a set of 3 of these.
Yes.
And we featured, this whole show is about magnets, so we're going to feature them all the time, this whole show, because we have a lot to show you. And we want to make sure that when you're holding up those special notes or those important messages, you do it in the most blingy, the most noticeable way you can.
Well, I think it makes you smile, whether there's a note attached to it or not, or an invitation. Sometimes you have photos, that you want to display, but I just think it makes you happy, and that is important. If something this little can bring a little bit of happiness, smile to you on a regular daily basis, if not multiple times, depending how many times you go into the kitchen or the fridge. But it's actually not only for the fridge. I've had a lot of people share with me the different places, even in their office. If there's something that, it will work with the magnet, then they have it in their office, and it makes them smile.
Well, people even will take these and just put it on their shelf, right next to a shell or whatnot, or we have it on a shell on the screen, you could see. So they like just to kind of stage it and put it with different ocean-inspired things.
Right.
And you can do that with it. It's so convenient to just put it wherever you want it, but I really like it on the fridge because it does bring a lot of bling to that in that different area.
Well, the other great thing is it has movement, right?
Right.
It's not just a static piece that,
just sits there.
Right.
It's like a real Honu. The little head moves, and the fins move independently from the body. We're going to get a shot of that so you could see what we're talking about. But you want that movement. You want it to just not be static when you're holding it or when you're moving it around. And it really gives a lot of personality to the piece, and that's what I like about it too. It's not just sitting there. Now, the amount of bling this has, you can see there is like bling going all over the shell, the legs, the head, and that's you can see cute. As we're moving it around, it moves it around.
Well, I've had a lot of customers call and say, for example, whoever they're sending it to loves Honu and wants to have it be around them, whether it's at the office or in the house, this could go anywhere in the house. And again, it's bringing that happiness that when you see something, it just generates that feeling. And I think the bling factor just adds so much to it.
It elevates that little magnet that you have. Elevates it to like
so little and has such an impact. And I want to say again, for this great price, it's not just one.
Right. You get a set of 3, and that we individually wrap them and put them in individual organza bags.
Right.
I also want to point out, a lot of you out there have really nice kitchens.
Yes.
And really expensive fridges and appliances. And when you stick a little wooden magnet or a cheapo magnet on there, it does not do that expensive kitchen justice. You want that kitchen and the photographs on your fridge or wherever you hang them. You want to do it justice, and you want it to be part of that whole Hawaiiana theme. And these are perfect because, as Lori said, you get 3 of them.
It's so funny. That reminds me, we have a really good friend in New York, and she redid her kitchen and spent a lot. And it was so funny, and we were saying,
And mind you, it was a small kitchen. This was New York City.
Right.
It was very small.
Yeah.
But we're talking a lot. It was like a very, very expensive
And
kitchen.
this was early on when we had just met her. So we said, wow, you must love to cook. And she said, I don't cook.
She said, do you like my counter, though? Because when I get takeout, I could spread it all out. And I was like, wait.
She said, I just like being in a nice kitchen when I open up my takeout. And I thought, good for you.
I thought, that's a little excessive, but okay, you know. And then she opened up the takeout and we all ate. And it did feel good, actually. It did feel quite nice. But this, I think, would have been one of those things where some people, if you give them something, you never see the light of day. But this,
true.
If you give them one of these, I'm sure you'll see it holding up something.
Well, it's funny. I was reading another guidebook about, how you can bring happiness to your day. And it was saying that...
What is Hawaii?
Yeah, that too. But it was saying everybody, if you're in a big family or anyway, if it's just not you by yourself, because if it's you by yourself, you can do whatever you want, right? But they were saying if you're living with someone else, it's nice to have your own closet. And it was saying that, when you open up that closet every day, you can have little things in there that make you happy when you see it. So the example might be, let's say you like strawberries, and just the look of strawberries makes you happy. So
I thought you were going to say you're going to hide a stash of strawberries in the closet. No, go ahead.
Maybe that's not a good example, but that might be
like a strawberry
stuffed
theme.
Strawberry, or strawberry keychain or something.
Right.
So the idea is, let's say you love Honu or the Hawaiian Sea Turtle, and so you might have all Honus in there, and it's your own space is the idea. So when you open up your closet door, it's just all these things that make you happy when you're getting ready or trying to decide what you're going to do for the day or how you're going to dress for the day or just going there to get the things that you need. So wouldn't it be fun? You have your Honu with a little bit of bling catching light, and just the idea is it makes you smile.
Yeah, you turn on the light and bling, all that bling goes out.
Right.
This is a great gift also because you get a set of 3.
Right.
And they're all the crystal clear colors, so they'll match with anything. So you're able, because we package them individually, you're able to pass them out as gifts. So I think everybody that you give it to, as I said, some gifts that you give, you'll never see the light of day. They will never see the light of day. Or they'll be regifted. That's the other thing. This, even if it's regifted, this is a great gift. But I think you're going to find a lot of people that love this, and a lot of people are going to be wondering where you got it.
Well, and also any age. And what I like is you don't need to know the size. Right? We have a lot of people struggling with, I want to surprise someone, but I don't know what size they wear. And, maybe they're not sure if they wear a certain thing. And so it just, sometimes I think simplicity. You maybe need to get gifts for people.
Right.
Or you want to have maybe you're having an event and you want something inexpensive to be able to gift to each one attending. It could be a big event. It could just be a family dinner. It could just be friends getting together. And, maybe you're planning your trip to Hawaii, or you just got back from your trip to Hawaii. And one of the things you all loved was seeing the Honu when you were here.
Right. When you're swimming, they pop up near you. This is a perfect memento and a reminder of that.
And it's affordable.
Right. Can I also point out all of our magnets are strong magnets. So this will hold a nice photo if you want to hold a heavier photo. But they are integrated into the back of the magnet itself. The magnet is a 3D style, so it's not a flat magnet. It has a little bit of depth to it, so it has that 3D depth, and you'll see that the pave rhinestones are all individually set into the body.
That's a really good point, because I remember having a magnet, not ours, of course, but this was many years back, and it wouldn't hold anything.
Yes.
So I'd put something in it, and then it dropped.
That's so frustrating.
I didn't get the point.
Exactly.
So this is something that's affordable and anyone would love.
We always have to theme it for Hawaii.
And change it up.
And change it up. And this is a fun
cute.
and funny way to bring a little humor or sense of humor to your bulletin board or to your refrigerator. So a lot of people know if you go to Kauai or you have friends there, we have a lot of customers there.
Yes.
As soon as you step off the plane
Right.
at the airport, there's chickens and roosters. And so this is a fun, and a lot of people have pet
Right.
chickens and roosters.
Yes.
So, or hens and roosters or chickens, whatever, however you want to. I guess the rooster is the male, the hen is the female. You could call them chickens. But this is our set of 3 Kauai rooster
Well,
magnets.
it's super funny because if somebody calls, you can hear.
In the background, yes. In the background, there's always and then we get a lot of customers in Kauai that say, oh, let me move away from the door or the window, or that
Right.
darn rooster is going off at 3 in the morning or 4 in the morning. So I don't know how people get used to it, but I
Right.
guess it's kind of like background noise.
Yes.
So it doesn't bother you after a while, I would think. But these are really cute because
I
they're
like it.
they're kind of blinged out, or
Right.
they are blinged out actually.
Yeah.
So,
And a lot of people get creative with finding where to put a magnet.
right.
Oh,
well,
look at the back there. Wow.
Yeah,
So it's
it's a
not like
3D.
right. It's not like a flat piece.
no, it's about 3/4 of an inch deep
Right.
or wide, I guess.
Right.
Not wide, depth.
Right.
So, but you get 3 colors, so you don't have to worry about just getting one color. You're going to get all 3, and the 3 include the brown, the pink, and the green. You see the pink and the green right there, but we're trying to move them around so you could see all the little details. They even have little chicken feet.
I was gonna say they look like. I like how it's in movement. They're not just straight
Yes.
down. Looks like they're walking.
And their tails are kind of like ready
Yeah.
to showcase. But
Right.
if you have a friend
Right.
or a neighbor or a relative that is either that takes care of chickens or roosters, or that is even taunted by that rooster, this is a funny gift because you
is.
get 3
Yes. Very cute.
and you could just give them one and keep one for yourself.
Well, it makes you smile, and
Yes.
they look really animated, like they have
Yeah.
personalities.
It's a
I think I would name
caricature
them.
of exactly.
You don't have to give them names.
Well, yeah, you name that one that wakes you up at 3 in the morning every day. So
Well, and like I was saying, people get really creative with ideas. There's a lot of different places you can stick them. I mean, of course, there's your refrigerator, but there's your filing cabinet, any place that's
bulletin
metal.
board,
Right.
yeah, any
And-
place that's metal.
Yeah. So I think it's a lot of fun, and people would really enjoy it. And you don't have to give the whole set of 3 to someone.
Yeah,
You
we
can
say
keep
that all the
one,
time.
Right? Give one, give to 2 different people. It's just something I think that will bring a smile to someone.
Or maybe you have somebody on the mainland
Well,
that
I was gonna
moved
say,
away, and
right.
they're like, man, I don't miss those roosters in the morning.
Right.
So send them one of these, their own little reminder of
Right.
Hawaii and the rooster that used to wake them up. Or
Right.
maybe they like chicken feet. You like chicken feet. This is a good, little token of, hey.
Well, there's a lot of people on the mainland that are living in areas where you would hear a rooster.
Yeah, look at how big that magnet is, and it's
Yeah.
very strong, so it'll hold up papers
Right.
or
Pictures,
a picture. Oh,
postcards.
right, exactly. So that'd be perfect for that.
Reminders.
We get a lot of people that call and thank us and remind us. Oh, there's your chicken foot.
No, I just like how it's in a forward motion, like it's moving. That's one of those thoughtful design elements.
Well, I'm constantly trying to come up with different items to bring our viewers. Georgette called and she said, keep on designing beautiful things. She said she's been watching since before COVID.
Wow.
You know, we're going in our 16th year.
know.
So if you haven't seen us before, we have been around for a while. And every once in a while, Lori and I might jump on the phone to talk to you as a customer, which we really enjoy.
Right.
So it's even funny. We have some customers that if you've called and ordered, you're in our system.
And they're like, oh, how
How'd
did you
know my name? Yeah.
Did you know?
Oh, I'm watching you. You're watching me. I'm watching you.
I was like, oh, you must have called at some point or ordered
Exactly.
before. But I think they think that's kind of cool.
But she said, Georgette said she's been watching before COVID and she's ordered before, obviously. But things have changed since then, and she saw the show and she had to order because something just caught her eye. So we're hoping that, this is a little different from what we offer normally, but we're going to be doing that throughout the year.
Right. Well, Mary called, and I thought it was kind of cool. She said, oh, whenever I order or I call, I feel like I'm the only one.
You are, Mary.
No,
You are our special customer.
Well, she said, you make me feel like, that I am special and I'm the only one you have. And so she feels it's very personalized. People are always thanking us for taking the time to hear their story or their situation, who they're trying to gift to, or why that person was so special or help them through something. I always think that's really nice to know. Just that, and it doesn't always have to be, oh, it was a hard time or something traumatic, but just that somebody was thoughtful or helped them when they needed the help.
We get a lot of people that say that. There are, in Hawaii, everybody helps everybody else. So, the holidays have passed, but you may not have had time to get somebody something, and you were thinking, oh, I don't have time.
Right.
It's too expensive. But this is something you get a set of 3 that if they have some kind of connection to a chicken or a rooster, this is a great gift.
Yeah, and a lot of people tell us that they don't have family here, right?
We get that
so a lot of people have moved over here. And so you create this extended family through the people you meet, which, of course, fortunately, is so nice and friendly here. And it's funny, I was speaking to someone actually providing customer service on something. And she was out in Georgia. And she said,
oh, wow.
She said, I've never been to Hawaii. How long is the flight to get there? And
I have to preface by saying, you can watch us, or you may be watching us on the mainland, and we are here based in Hawaii.
Yes.
So we do get a lot of calls because Spectrum is offered throughout the U.S.
Right.
So we do get a lot of calls all the way to New York.
Oh, yeah.
And Florida.
Right.
And we get customers that like to order, but they're watching live at the same time as we're being broadcast in Hawaii.
Yeah, that's neat.
So that was the call that you got from Georgia.
So she was just like super excited just to hear about it, dream about coming here. And I think that's what it's all about, is maybe they can't come this year or right now, but to have a little piece of Hawaii or a reminder or kind of a target for their future trip, It's really...
Well, it could be that, when you put up a postcard or of a place or a picture of a place, and then you have this little magnet holding it up, that can be your part of your vision board kind of thing, where that's your place that you want to get to eventually someday.
But I told her growing up, I always met people who either said, I visited once, and then I went home, packed up, and moved here. And the others were, I visited once, and I never went back. And I always think what that must have been like. They just called in and said, not coming back.
Right.
So, that just tells you what Hawaii is and what Hawaii has to offer. So I think when you send someone a gift, and don't forget, we can send it for you. People are always so amazed with that.
Also, don't forget, it's free shipping.
Right. So you can just tell us who you want to gift to, and what you want to send. and we can include a little gift message. So it's really nice. Of course, if we send it to the mainland, I think they would just be really surprised and happy to receive a gift from Hawaii. Looking for Hawaii-inspired items at affordable prices? Watch Showcase Hawaii at 6:30 a.m., 3 p.m., and 12:30 a.m. every day on Spectrum Channel 1016.
We throw in stuff that we feel is, Hawaiiana type items, and this is definitely.
Well, I can't tell you how happy it makes me to see a little sparkle on the fridge, or even your note board, or wherever you might put it.
It's perfect for that.
It's such a nice design. It's got that beautiful green crown, and then we thought, why not give you a set, because you can always keep one for yourself and give some away.
Well, it's a perfect stocking stuffer.
Right.
Because
just a little something.
Yes.
Right.
You could give one person one and let them be on their merry way.
Well, I've seen...
Or a host gift.
Yeah, I've seen where people will tie a little magnet to the bag or to the gift box.
Yeah, that's
just
a good
little
idea, yeah.
just a little accent, but it's something you can use. But like you're saying, stocking stuffer. But any time of year, a little sparkly magnet would make me happy. I don't know. It's like sometimes you just want to, within reason, add a little decoration to your fridge, or you want to post a note, or, you put your calendar up and it holds it there. Just different uses like that, reminders, things like that.
So it's a good size. It's about 2 inches by 1 inch.
Right.
So it's not tiny, which is good because you want it to be kind of substantial
Stand
when
out.
It's holding your paper or whatever
strong
it is.
enough.
Right. And it's thick. It has a 3D design, so it's almost a half an inch thick.
Oh, I'm glad you showed that.
Yeah, so it doesn't just lay flat. And you can see it's holding up a card here. But they're very, they're very whimsical, very cute because
nice
it has those little gemstones in the pineapple design, and then it has that crown on the top. So,
Well, and let's talk about the colors. So we've got our passion pink, Maui gold for sure, and rising rainbow. Just really beautiful.
So you're going to get all
sparkle.
3. I have to point that.
Yes.
You're going to get a set of 3, which you see on the screen. A lot of people will call and say, "Oh, I want that one," and I usually say, "Oh no, this is Showcase Hawaii. You get all 3."
They're always shocked.
They are always shocked, but I'm sure you'll be able to find somewhere to put these, like you said, either on the fridge or on a bulletin board, but I don't think you'll have any trouble finding a place to put these. For those of you that are new viewers, you should know that every time at the beginning of the month we feature something, we have 5 new shows. So we feature this for the whole month. Usually by mid-month or end of the month, it sells out. So you want to make sure that you get in on this deal before we sell out, because this is another one of those things that is, I feel it.
Yeah, but I always have to say, if you're watching this maybe for the first time and it's middle or end of the month,
right,
you should still call in or log on, because we try to replenish if we can, if we can get more, or there might be a short wait, but we'll get it to you. So we don't want to discourage you, but we know when things are properly.
And I didn't mean to sound so hard sell. It's just a lot of people call and I have to say, "Oh, we're sold out," but it is on back order and you're going to get it. Yes.
But I do have a lot of regular customers and viewers who they know and they watch or they log on right at the beginning of the month. It's usually the first Thursday of every month, and so they know, and they're always the first to get the great deals.
Now I'm back to these magnets. I think that you are going to make somebody's day if you were to give them one of these, because it's so unexpected, but as I said, it's cute at the same time.
And you know how we say jewelry has no gender? I think magnets have no gender. Anybody would enjoy having this magnet. And there are a lot of uses for it. And, you can have something that's kind of boring or plain, or why not have something that sparkles and brings you a smile? And of course, if you're not in Hawaii and you're living somewhere away and you've either dreamed of coming here or you've spent time here, or many of you come back every year for your annual visit, this is just a way of bringing in a little bit of aloha. I had a mom call and she was saying, oh, I love sending my children, and her children are in their 50s. I love sending them gifts of aloha and, gifts that are sent from Showcase Hawaii, because it just reminds them of their home, brings a little bit of aloha to her. I was wanting to record her because everything she said is what we try to do. And so I just think this is a really nice way to bring that aloha. And you can see it's a very nice size. This is quite substantial. I mean, from the crown to the bottom, it's almost 2 inches, right?
Well, it's large, and like I said, it stands.
Raised.
It's raised,
Yes.
right? It's raised from the surface that you're putting it on. This would be a good idea if you take a photo, maybe at the beach here in Hawaii, and then you put that on the corner to hold it up as a reminder. Or maybe you have a trip. We just spoke to somebody that said they have a cruise plan.
Right.
And as a reminder, maybe you put, the ticket up on the fridge, and you have your pineapple magnet.
Well, I like to put photos, of really memorable times, and then
cards.
It could be cards, when I get a card.
Important dates.
Yes.
My birthday.
A reminder.
A reminder.
But, I mean, even whether it's an appointment or things like that, it's just you want something right in front of you so you can see it. And, of course, you always visit your refrigerator, so that's a good place to have it.
Right.
And then a lot of you have note boards. Even some people have doors that this would work on, if it was a metal door.
A lot of the bulletin boards now are magnetic, or they're that dry erase. So this would be perfect. Well, we hope you were able to get in on one of these great deals today.
The ordering process is so fast and so easy, so log on to showcasehawaii.tv.
Thanks for watching.
Bye for now.